AITA for looking through my husband's phone after he became distant during my pregnancy. I woke up with the feeling that something was off with my husband. He had seemed more distant and less attentive lately, and I couldn't shake the feeling that something was bothering him. I ended up looking through his phone, and I found a lot of searches for other women, including searches for OnlyFans accounts. This wasn't the first time I'd found things like that, but it hurt more this time because I'm currently pregnant with our second child. Lately, he hasn't been talking to me the way he used to. I feel like I can't joke around with him without him taking it the wrong way, and whenever I try to be affectionate or flirty, he doesn't seem interested. A lot of the time, he acts like I'm nagging him. I miss the way we used to be. I feel like I lost my best friend somewhere along the way. Finding those searches also made me understand some things I'd been noticing for a while. He rarely compliments me anymore, and I don't feel like he notices me the way he used to. Sometimes I feel more like part of the routine than his wife. I'm tired of feeling like I'm putting so much effort into our family without seeing much effort from him. I'm working hard, trying to take care of our first child, preparing for another baby, and dealing with our financial situation. Meanwhile, he hasn't been able to keep a steady job, and we still live with his parents. I've also given him a lot of chances over the years. We've separated and gotten back together more times than I can remember, usually because I hoped things would improve. This time, when I confronted him, he basically said we should separate and that he didn't care anymore. He also suggested that the separation would somehow be my fault. He pointed out that in the 10 years we've been together, he has never looked through my phone. I understand that, but I also know I haven't been hiding anything from him. Maybe I shouldn't have looked through his phone. I know that invading someone's privacy isn't ideal. Maybe he's stressed or dealing with his own problems. But I don't think stress explains spending hours in the bathroom using his pen and looking at other women online while we're struggling financially. I told him that I felt like his habits had become a problem and that I didn't want to keep living like this. What hurts most is that I wish I had made different choices earlier. Sometimes I wonder if I should have left before we had children. I don't want my kids growing up in an unhappy home, but I'm also scared about what separating would actually look like. We've been living with his parents, he struggles to keep a job, and we're dealing with a lot of debt. He had promised to stop using weed when I was pregnant with our first child, but that didn't last. I know I'm not perfect. I've made mistakes, and I know I could have handled some things differently. But I've also put a lot into our family, both financially and emotionally. Lately, I've been feeling like I'm not good enough as a wife or a mother, and I hate feeling that way. I don't want a perfect marriage. I just want a stable one where my husband and I support each other, help with the responsibilities, and actually enjoy being together. More than anything, I want to feel loved and appreciated again. I'm angry, disappointed, and exhausted, but underneath all of that, I think I'm just sad. Part of me still wishes he'd simply hug me and tell me that we'll figure everything out. I want him to tell me that things can get better, that he'll find steady work, and that he'll be there for me and our children. I don't know what happens next, but I know I can't keep pretending that everything is okay.